Okay, Lab 7, implementing secure data by setting up always encrypted student lab. So in this scenario, you have been asked to create a proof of concept application that makes use of Azure SQL database support for always encrypted functionality. All of the secrets and keys used in this scenario should be stored in Key Vault. The application should be registered in Microsoft Entra ID in order to enhance its security posture. To accomplish these objectives, the proof of concept should include creating an Azure Key Vault and storing keys and secrets in the Key Vault, create a SQL database and encrypting content of columns in database tables by using always encrypted. Okay, to keep the focus on the security aspects of Azure related to building this proof of concept, you'll start from an automated ARM template, setting up virtual machine with Visual Studio 2019 and SQL Server Management Studio 19. Okay, the labbings are there. So broken down into 4 exercises. Deploy the base infrastructure from an ARM template, configure the Key Vault resource with a key and the secret, configure an Azure SQL database and a data-driven application, demonstrate the use of Azure Key Vault in encrypting the Azure SQL database. And we can see from the Key Vault diagram, task 1 will be setting up the resource, VNet, subnet, VM using Visual Studio and Server Management Studio, and as well as an SQL app. Task 2 will be configuring the policy, as well as the Key Vault and the SQL password and the actual key itself. Task 3, SQL Server and QDB. Okay, no problem. So from the lab files, we need to get Azure deploy.json and program CS. And it should be here, so this one and this one. First, we need to deploy the infrastructure from an ARM template, deploy an Azure VM and a Azure SQL database. It was actually right there. Need to create a resource group for this as well. Name the resource group AZ500 Lab 10. Username student, Azure student, password 123. Actually save these. Okay, I was thinking that. So yeah, for the ARM template could take around 20-25 minutes, so move straight on to exercise 2. Create and configure a Key Vault, add a key to the Key Vault, add a secret to the Key Vault. Okay, so in the PowerShell session within the Cloud Shell, run the following to create an Azure Key Vault in the resource group, AZ500 Lab 10. If you choose another name for this lab, task 1, use that name as well. Key Vault name must be unique. Remember the name you've chosen, you'll need it throughout the lab. Okay, we'll just make a note of the name. Warning, access policy is not set. No user or application will have access permission to use this vault. This can happen if the vault was created by a service principal. Please use okay, yeah, so we can set the access policies. So we can see the vault name, resource name, location, vault URI. Alright, great. Could probably just prompt PowerShell to show me this when I next need it. This is also good for making a note of it. Alright, a little bit concerning, but okay. Close PowerShell panel, resource center, groups, Okay, so we could just see the Key Vault here that's been created. Right, do we need to create anything within it? On the overview section, click access policies. Yep, so we're going to create access policy outside of PowerShell. Yep. Okay, that's when those are done. Application, optional, click next and then create. Okay, only one principal can be assigned per access policy. I haven't selected any though, so on the principal blade, select your user account. Okay. Alright, great. To add a key to the key vault back into PowerShell, and we need to run the key or kv get Azure key vault on this or within this resource group. Then add Azure key vault key vault name will be wkv.vault name my lab key destination software. The user group or application does not seem to have permission to create. Okay, so while I assumed that I assigned it to the current user, I could have just assigned it to the wrong one by accident. Can I edit this? No. Okay. If we delete this and then recreate it. Okay, now we've changed that. Let's try it once this loads up. Okay, great. Permissions should work this time. Okay, I'm going to assume, because there's no error message, this loaded up okay. Let's try it with the, yeah, my lab key created right there. We can also run this to confirm. All done. I might hide this, but just show the command line itself. Yep. In the PowerShell session within the client, run the following to add the secret to the vault. Okay, so it's adding the secure string password, and then we're gonna add this secret to the vault. Secret is your key vault secret, vault name, that's our vault name, SQL password, secret value. The name of the secret is SQL password. Yeah, noted. In the PowerShell session, I'll run the following to verify the key was created, and then get yours. Yep, and name of the secret, SQL password. So in the list of secrets, click the SQL. First need to go to objects, secret. There it is. I'm gonna click the entry representative password, examine the information. You just need to click into it, just like I did with the keys, to examine the information. Now we're on exercise 3, configuring an Azure SQL database and a data-driven application. So first we need to enable a client application to access the Azure SQL database service. This will be creating an app and then registering it, and name of the app will be SQL app, and redirect URI, which is optional, web and HTTPS SQL app. Okay. Interesting. Accounts in any organizational direct. Let me just click it, see. Yeah, so it helps if you've got multi-tenants you want to give any apps registered access to. You could also share the access across key vaults. Let's register it. Yeah, it's right there. 12 months, add, and record this value. You'll need it in the next task. Make sure to copy the key value before you navigate away from the blade. Once you do, it will no longer be possible to retrieve it as its clear text value. I'll probably collect both the value. Okay, that should work. Okay, looks like deployment failed. Failed to write completely because it reached terminal provision state failed. This was the SQL server. Password validation failed. Password does not meet policy requirements because it is not complex enough. That doesn't seem like a crazy problem. Give me a second. If database cannot be found, okay, need to look for medical. If database cannot be found, this likely means deployment you initiated has not completed yet. You can validate this by browsing name, selecting deployments from this. Let's see. No databases. Yeah, deployment's done, but it seems like this failed. Thinking, is it worth trying it again? Yeah, it took around 21 minutes. View template, outputs, Microsoft SQL Server, medical database's name, yep. Image publisher, MS Studio. Thinking, since the deployment for the SQL database failed, and SQL Server, I'm guessing, why don't I just try to recreate those with the information that was in the JSON. Let me just see the server as well. SQL server, variables. Okay, database name, medical, variable, subnet 0, storage type, that. Yeah, I mean, it's not impossible. Yep, so we need the server and the database. And right now, resource group, okay, just click there. Storage, yeah, alright. Yeah, I'll just attempt it for both. This database name, it was definitely medical. SQL databases, guessing it was medical with that. Just double check here. Database name is just medical. Medical, and the server, going to have to create a new one. It was SQL Server. Specified name already in use, and then unique string. I'm thinking of actually creating the server within PowerShell and then adding the unique string of the subscription and resource ID. But 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4. That should work. We'll say Microsoft Entra only authentication. and then set admin. Okay, that should work. Want to use SQL Elastic Pool, provide simple and cost-effective solution for managing performance. Don't think it's necessary. Workload development, again double checking on this. Medical database edition basic, we'll just assume it's that. What was the storage? CP1. The storage type. That's for the storage account, not the server. Okay, let's see. Networking, connectivity, no access. I don't think that's the case. There was a VNet somewhere. Virtual network, yeah, VNet 1. Connectivity method. I don't think it explicitly described it. Public endpoint, private endpoint. Well, it needs to have access. So yeah, we'll say allows your services and resources to access the server, add current client IP. Yes, we'll say yes to those just for simplicity. Configuration how client communicates, proxy, redirect establish, directs to node hosted, and all connections are proxied via the Azure SQL database gateways. Originating inside Azure except the proxy. Microsoft Defender. Again, not much was said. Not now. I'm going to keep all of those the same. Additional, use existing data. I'm going to say none for now. Okay, SQL Latin 1 general. I think I've seen this in here as well. Yep. Database correlation, CIAS. Yeah. And then maintenance window. Okay. Tags, none. Then we'll create. Just need to. Okay, so the server's there, and the data. Did I name the database wrong? I hope I didn't name the database wrong. On settings, click connection settings. Okay, when it loads up. Okay, another deployment failure. Is busy with another operation, please. I just created it. What could it possibly be busy with? Conflicting server operation. Is busy with another operation. Again, what could it be busy with? I don't feel like there's a lot of information there, but okay, I've just tried to deploy everything again for a second time with a few amendments, but it seems like the error is still the same. This is going to be it for this one, unless I can come back and figure out a way to do the deployments manually and then go through it.